Hey guys, we're Group 15 and we did our ETR project on TikTok and journalism. TikTok has been a super big emerging platform in the past couple of years, and we will be going into further detail on how it affects the field of journalism. So now in 2022, TikTok is an extremely well-known and popular app with billions of users from hundreds of countries. But this app has repositioned and expanded significantly since it was created. The app was created in China in 2016 and launched to the public in 2017. That same year, TikTok acquired the app Musical.ly, and by 2019, TikTok had gained 100 million users from the merger with Musical.ly. In 2019, TikTok became available in 150 countries in 75 different languages. By 2020, they generated 113 million downloads. Now, in 2022, TikTok has predicted over 1.8 billion users by the end of the year. What started as a dancing and lip syncing app turned to a space for comedy, education, makeup tutorials, and essentially any sort of niche interest a consumer could think of. So, in January of 2022, TikTok was ranked sixth among social media platforms by global active users, behind apps like Facebook, YouTube, WhatsApp, Instagram, and WeChat. In January, TikTok was ranked to have 1 billion active users worldwide. TikTok has been growing in popularity, especially among Gen Z. It's actually the most popular amongst Gen Z. And among the three most popular apps for Gen Z, Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok, the app has grown in Gen Z users every year since 2019. As you can see, by 2020, it's caught up to Instagram and has been growing steadily ever since, and is projected to catch up and be even with Snapchat and Instagram by 2025. So while TikTok is an app for purely entertainment and a lot of different niches, it really broke into the news industry and the field of journalism in the beginning of 2022. It became especially popular as a news outlet during the beginning stages of the Russia and Ukraine war. The New Yorker went so far as to call this war the world's first TikTok war. TikTok was a space for users to post content about the war, both in silly ways using trendy audios, but also to give firsthand account stories, as well as footage of what is going on behind the scenes. Users like Zhenya Solo were able to share their stories on what was actually going on and provide insight in ways that traditional media couldn't cover. During the Ukraine war, the White House went so far as to gathering 30 TikTok stars to brief them and give them key information about the war because of how much relevance TikTok had during this war. Overall, TikTok offers a space for sharing news in a way that is more informal and can break down complex topics in ways that traditional journalism doesn't. Users feel like they're having a conversation versus being talked at. And I think that is the biggest difference between traditional journalism versus this unorthodox journalism that TikTok provides.
Among the most successful news pages on TikTok is The Washington Post. The Washington Post TikTok, led by Dave Jorgensen, diverged from the traditional journalistic tone of news to deliver news through humor that more adheres to the entertainment aspect of TikTok. The Washington Post technique uses humor and mixes it with vital news to create these humor-based sketches that Dave Jorgensen found really works and really trends on TikTok through trial and error. But it's not just these humor-based sketches that made the Washington Post very successful. During COVID, they also posted information on vaccines and just different reports on COVID and updating everyone on what was happening during those rough times. And their effect on the platform itself is that Washington Post really paved the way for more outlets to start their journey on TikTok and more journalists to become a part of TikTok. So Sophia Smith Gaylor is a BBC News reporter, and she said that you need to find your niche on TikTok to really become successful on there. So Sophia Smith Gaylor has a reputation on TikTok as a linguist reporter. So she talks a lot about linguistics and culture and different things like that. And she said that another really good example of this is Megan Mitchell, who is a queer news anchor. And what she does is she tells stories about her experience as a queer news anchor, to just let people in on some insight of how that is and how it's affected her life. And why journalists should embrace the new, because many journalists do not see TikTok as a good platform for receiving news. The reason why they should embrace it is that it reaches a new audience. Gen Z isn't very news savvy, so it exposes this generation to news that they would otherwise not be exposed to. And while it's hard to imagine the news ever changing the way it's delivered, TikTok is just a new branch of that. And we've always changed from print to radio to television. This is just a new way to deliver news. It's going to be the new thing.
Hi, I'm Lily, and today I'll be talking about TikTok's revenue, which they have no problem generating. So this chart is showing TikTok's users spending between June 2018 and May 2020, and as you can see, it just continues to increase. It actually increased 4,233% between June 2018 and May 2020. So users can buy coins in the app, and the coins are just a form of virtual money essentially. And you can buy them in bundles of 65 coins for 99 cents or up to 6,607 coins for $99.99. They use these coins to send virtual gifts like stickers or hearts to content creators who make money off of the activity on their page. And when these content creators start making money, TikTok gets a 50% commission from them. They take 50% cut of every dollar. There are about 1 billion users on TikTok, and a multitude of them are content creators who do very well on the app and do make a lot of money. This graph shows TikTok's ad revenue from 2019 to present, and then predictions for the next 2 years, again, only showing growth. Their ad revenue has increased 200% since last year. And in 2020, TikTok released TikTok for Business, which gave brands the opportunity to advertise on the app. Some brands that use TikTok's ad platform include the NBA, Chipotle, Calvin Klein, and more. It is reported that pricing for an ad starts at $10 per CPM, which is the amount an advertiser pays per 1,000 views, and there is a minimum of $500 per ad campaign. There's also TikTokers who do not get paid for posting. Sometimes they just go viral and end up on people's For You page. The For You page is an extremely personalized algorithm based on what videos you interact with, like commenting on them or liking them. For users who don't want to pay to post but maybe want to go viral, they have to implement their own audience strategy so their video gets shown on enough people's For You page. The time someone posts a TikTok can also play into how many views they receive. So these analytics show that 95% of users were active around 11 p.m. in the United States. So this would be a good time for someone to post who is looking to get a lot of views.
Hi, this is Leah, and I'll be talking about TikTok benefits. Now more than ever, we are at an age where we need to start putting ourselves out there. We need to begin supporting ourselves financially if we aren't already doing so, and it's prominent to start making connections and decisions that will benefit us in the future. TikTok's new approach of allowing their users to use their platform to stand out to companies is something that has positively affected our generation tremendously. Something you might not know about TikTok is how many opportunities it can bring for us, and this is why I've made the list of potential career opportunities. First on the list, we have the job of a copywriter, and a copywriter can have multiple tasks. Some of these tasks including working with graphic designers, which I've also included on the list, and creating concepts of advertising, which is on here as well. Apart from that, we have the job of a freelance journalist, an influencer, a social media reporter, and countless more. And this concept is so cool because while you're like researching products, services, customers, or whatever the case might be, you're still doing what you love through TikTok, all while gaining an audience. So why does TikTok benefit us? As we've seen in the previous slides, TikTok has transformed their platform from recreational to informational in a very short and quick period amount of time. And because of this transition, TikTok could potentially upend the traditional recruiting and hiring process. Not only that, but it's given us an outlet to build our own professional brand beyond LinkedIn. And if you don't know what LinkedIn is, it's the world's largest professional network on the internet. And on that same note, it has also become an outlet for career opportunities, network opportunities, and just basically building our own personal brand. On top of all of that, TikTok allows us to keep up with trends, gain knowledge about these trends, and gain knowledge about current news. And it helps us find inspiration, basically, to show off our creativity and talents. Finally, I gathered a top 10 journalism accounts that we should definitely check out. On here, I've added 2 short clips from Sophia Smith-Gaylor, who has implemented an interactive approach by coming up with something called Cool Map Mondays. And then the Washington Post was made an approach to deliver these news in an interesting and funny way. So let's check those out.
The third be called across Europe. Language nerds, I did this for you. So it's my series called Cool Map Monday, where we look at an interesting map from the internet every week. And I thought today I'd actually make one based on my viral TikTok from earlier this week about how Queen Elizabeth II, King Charles III all actually have different names across the world. Basically, some countries translate the names of foreign monarchs and some don't. Confusingly, some places who've always called him Prince Charles will now call him King and whatever version of Charles is in their language, because he's become the monarch. Other places don't do this and have never done it, or they used to do it, but in an age of increasing globalization, where we're all familiar with different names and languages around the world a bit more, they've always called him Charles, and so we'll keep calling him Charles. This map is very much a work in progress, so if I've missed a country, please tell me what you call him there. And this was made between local Wikipedia articles and TikTok comments, so if I got any wrong, please let me know, and I will share the most up-to-date map as and when we've built it together.
What is this? I'm packing for my debut as the first significant hurricane to hit Florida since 2018. That's not good. You're just jealous you don't have Category 4 potential. Have you seen what happened in Puerto Rico? They're still recovering from Hurricane Fiona and still rebuilding from Hurricane Maria, which happened 5 years ago. Hence the music, I'm unholy. Look, I'm going to Cuba, up through the Gulf, and then hit Florida. There's a state of emergency declaration for me. Unbelievable.
So as we see here, TikTok has found a way to keep us engaged in news that we just wouldn't normally tune in, all on one single app. And basically, in conclusion, TikTok has just taken over our generation and will continue to keep growing and to keep benefiting us. So thank you for watching.